All right, welcome in everybody. It is Saturday, and we are ready for a update. We're in the new month. I've been calling that we're getting ready to flip over, start towards the upside, and that everything's starting to look bullish. We're starting to see altcoins ready to take off. Bitcoin has already shown that it still has more downside, but it looks like it may push on up a little bit with our altcoins before it winds up dropping back and holding, which could allow us to altcoins to continue to pump. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at these. I'm going to go across to all of my list of cryptos that I have here and any other ones that anybody drops into the Discord of what they would like to see if it's not already on my list. So let's see. So for Bitcoin, currently looks like we're trying to create like a little reversal candle here. I've been watching it since it was created last night, and it's just been hanging around that opening closed area. So it kind of looks like we're going to see it pull back again, which would be a possibility because we do have us a order block here. Let me go ahead and grab the oops, wrong one. Grab the markers here for the marking out order blocks. We'll mark that out right in there. But so we're looking at possibilities of it coming back down to $76,666. Yeah, go figure. All the way back down to $75,332. So we could see it pull back down, which would be an ideal spot to see it come back down to the green area, which green line is going to be $77,282. So spike down, touch right in here, clear out that little order block it's created on the daily to continue to the upside for the yellow line along with this order block just above it. So you're looking at $82,172 up to the $83,816 where I'm looking at Bitcoin possibly pushing up to. So right now we can close out this day around in this area, more likely pull back down roughly about 2%. And then from there, you can see a 7 to 27 and 10% push up, where we'll see it wind up probably bouncing off of that and allowing other coins to take off. So that's what we've got for Bitcoin at the moment. But let's just break it down through the time frames real quick. Just looking, see what we've got. Yeah, yeah, it's lining it up with that little bit of a pullback, so we can wind up seeing a short on Bitcoin down. Ethereum on the daily is green for still continuation. Looks like it's wanting to do a little bit of a reversal candle where we may see it come back and touch this little spot here. Go ahead and mark this out for us as well. I just put the box there. It's not going to be exact, but you're looking at $2,278. So I'm going to little touch back to the red line. So that's a good possibility. You create the new candle tonight, push it back down to here, and then continue towards our upside targets. First one being our yellow line here at the $2,608. No, let's not do that one. Oh, yeah, we wanted to check it. So from current area, we can see about a 1.5% pullback. And then from there, you're looking at 14%, a little bit of a pullback, and then continuation. So you're going to wind up seeing at least about a 31% push to the upside on Ethereum would be the first target after we do this little bit of a pullback here, because it is creating that reversal candle. Come back and hit this little order block and continue pushing up. XRP It too is creating a little bit of a reversal candle. Not really seeing much of anything here on a daily size of it. The best I could see is that it would be coming back. Oh yeah, because we pulled up right there, so it's going to come back down about right here. So you're looking what, $1.3804. So to get the on that, looking at what, 0.29% pullback, and then from there you're looking at about a 26 to a 30% pump, and then from there you'll see a little bit of pullback going up. But from right now, all these little floors that we've made are solid support, and from here we're going to continue to see the push to the upside. It's flipping it right there. I do want to take a look and show that the weekly is already confirmed that we're in the up position as well. We actually did a weekly reset right there, and now it's going to be continuation up to this next targets that we've already got labeled out. And then the monthly is already got what it needs. So we're going to continue up for the upside for the rest of this month. And then by next month, this right here will have this green dot down here saying that this was a flip. So we've been calling this for the past few months, and everything's been playing out exactly as we've been calling it. So we're going to continue with that. Now let's look on at some of these other coins. All right, so with XPR, this one I'm looking for it to continue towards the upside. Uh, the upside target that I've got, marked out right here is the, was it 0.003652 up to the 0.0037355. So I'm actually going to put that out here for everyone to be able to see that. Oops. All right. So now we got that marked out there for XPR. That's where we're looking at push up. So XPR plays a little different than the typical Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. So with it still being, I guess, more likely kind of a new coin, relatively, we see it's still playing a little bit separate from everything else. And it had a great pump the other day, and we're going to see it do another good pump. So from right now, from our current position, we're still going to see another 30 to 36% push to the upside. So that's still what I was calling the other day. Most of these coins are going to be taking another 30% pump. Let's see, HBAR. HBAR pulled itself back down here, and it's now got to continue towards the upside, flipping back to the upside. Let's see. Get this out of the way here. Yeah, so HBAR is ready for its flip as well. So we're looking for it. Entries on it actually is a good spot anywhere that we're at. Stop loss down below it down here. So you're looking at what? 0.08664 for a stop loss area. But you figure from here up, you're looking at between 33 to 36 nope, 33 to 37% of a pump on HBAR. I'm going to put price on that one as well, since we're going to have the time to do that today. I know these things are not as exciting as most of other people's little update stuff, because they get to talk the entire time and keep everything flowing. But when you got to mark out a chart and stuff, it does take you a minute to get it done. And it's not as fascinating as a movie, possibly. So appreciate y'all hanging in here. All right, so we got it marked out there for HBAR for you, right? Let's see. Can I do that? Let's see. No, let's try this casting thing. Here, here. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll do that. Play out that little forecasting style long position for H bar there. All right. Moving on to HNT, the helium. So helium has, well, like creating its reversal candle. It's come down to my little line area. So taking an entry anywhere in here would be ideal. So what I'm looking at there, stop loss will be just beyond the order block itself. Take profit. I'm gonna be looking right there. There, right there. Already done its thing. So with this, looking at 12% down to a, for helium, I'm looking for at least a 125 to 138% move. That's what I'm expecting out of it. You know, could we push down a little bit more? Possibly, but right now, if this reversal candle finishes out uh, today, we close it, we're going to see it start to push back up. It's already showing on the visual that we are in the position to start the next pump to the upside for helium. So that's my targets. Got Algorand over here. Algorand showing that we still have some more downside available. It's not creating the reversal candle. It's wanting to push down more. So we could see it close out and create another push down into this order block area. And that should get us all the way down to the green area. So we're still a little ways from Algorand for it. See it going back up. But I would still look at an entry around in there. Stop loss down just past the order block. And then I'd be targeting right up here. So as long as we go in here, we don't break past below down here, we should be able to see at least from right here up a 62 to 75% pump for Algorand. after it finishes its pullback over the next day or so. Link needs to pull down a little bit more. It curved, didn't finish all the way pulling down. We got the greens crossing the red, so we're going to see it continue down into, let's see, not that, because that one's already been hit and reversed on. So let's take a look at a smaller time frame here to, okay, so I just want to come back down into the pink line area here. Is it 901? So a little lower here. See what else I can find. Yep, I'm not finding anything else on the lower time frame. So we're just wanting to kind of swing back down into here. Below our pink line again. So I would say I'd cast along around in here. I'd put my stop down right there. And then take profit. I'll be targeting about right there. Let me just move this on over here. All right, so measurements on that is you're looking at roughly about a 30%. If it breaks that, you can see it pump all the way up to here. So that could be about a 51, but at least a 30% move for Link after it finishes itself pulling the back for a day or so. Let's see, AVAX has already pulled down here and it's ready for taking off. It's creating its reversal candles, what it looks like here. Because we pulled above the green, pulled above the red, pulled back. Now it's going to push on up some more, so we're going to be seeing up higher prices. So I would be looking at entry now. Stop loss just below the last daily drop right there, which was at the 8.913. And then for take profit, I want to break it past that. So you're going to see that'd be probably my target area right there. Let's see. So from now, you're going to see up to the 40 to 60% spot move for AVAX would be first targets that I would see. Let's see, we got XLR. Oh, AXL. That one has made me some money daily. I called that pump right there. I think it was like was it 50 something percent that we'd had. And then I took and told them the other day that we're going to continue up. We still got more upside here. So right now, it looks like it's wanting to create a reversal candle. Let's go through the time frames and see what we got going. Yeah, 1 minute wants to pull back. So does the 5 minute. 15 minute. It wants to pull back as well. 30 minute is still in reversal. 1 hour. It's in reversal. 2 hour. It wants to push it up just a little bit, but it's still wanting to reverse. 4 hour. is almost ready to flip and roll over too. And then the daily or was looking at. So it's pushing up. It wants to push up a little bit more, create a little bit higher of a spike. But it's looking like it wants to pull back down. So we could wind up seeing it close, pull back down here to the green line area, and then continue pushing up. So I would look, if I was going to re enter, I'd look probably right here. And stop loss just down the red line area. And we go to this first order block from there, you're looking at roughly about 30 to 47% profit. So you can wind up riding that up, closing a little bit of it or all of it, re-entering or just letting the rest of it run because it'll wind up pushing. Hold on, let me see. I'm marking that. I would say I'd go ahead and go for this one. And that's actually that on the percentages. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's cool. That's a new feature. So looking at that one, you'd be looking at 10% loss versus the 112%, pump if it pulls back down to there. I want to take a look at this one's. Oh yeah, the weeklies even saying that it's green light, it's going. Monthly is already green. Yeah, so that would get you to be on a pullback to the monthly green there. That 11 cent pushing up to there, yeah. So yeah, that right there would be a good call. Absolutely. And this stuff, these charts are amazing. These indicators, I love them. Hondo still has more to go. It's not creating no reversal candles. It is saying we are continuing. What are we looking at here? Oh yeah, the weekly. It's climbing for the weekly. So I would say even if you wanted to get in right now, stop loss just down here below the bottom of the daily there. And you'd be looking at 20 to 28% there. Roughly, I just put up there about 23% on that one, just from current price, with a possible 3% downside on a spot trade. It does have a little bit more to go before it has to pull back down again. But good news is, once we go up and we hit that, we're going to have a little bit of a pullback. We're going to continue up into here, which I expect us to break this order block to go to the yellow line, where I'm expecting it to push past that yellow line up to there. So long run, that right there would be my target. Almost a 60% profit area. Let me move this over. So that way it kicks off on the right there. All right. So we got those knocked out there. Let's go over to ADA. Good old Cardano. Cardano is still in a uptrend for the daily. It's wanting to make a little bit of a reversal candle is what it's looking like today. Let me stretch this out a little bit here. Yeah, it's doing, look, it wants to do a bit of a reversal candle to pull back down some more. Why does it want to do that? Mm. And that might be our spot right there. So that might be why we're going to wind up pulling down too. Because 15 minutes is already, our correction, 30 minutes already want to go up. We already came down on the 15 minutes pink line. We need to come back down here again. So that's why. And we just hit the 1 hour as well. So, yep. Yep. That's what I would be looking for. So that would be an entry down here with the stop loss down below here and take profit. Mhm. And about 69% take profit area. Let me make sure I zoom in here and move this over. Which I'm already in on a long for ADA. So I'm probably going to update my take profit to this new one that I just set marked here. Let's move over to SHX. All right, so SHX showing that it needs to take and it's wanting to push up. We may see, yeah, we're gonna probably see some more downside on here. You got our block right here. So what I would be looking at, entry in here. And I'm just run it just a little bit. I'll spot right there. You know what? No, too much. That right there. And that way I can look at a take profit. Right there. See. I mean, technically, you can go from 142 to 188% profit on a spot right there. That's what I'm looking at. We may see it push down in here and hit and reverse. Because right now we've pulled up and hit. We need to pull it down some more to hit here and continue for SHX. Zabak has been making me some money as well. But we do see that it has the ability here to push down a little bit more. was looking for it to go up some more, but looks like we may see it come back down here. So we got a little bit of a, what about 12% pullback possibly coming in here, as we've already hit our top right there. But once we hit there, I'd be looking at a long right about here. And then stop loss just below here right there. And then for my take profit area, I mean, we'd be seeing another push up here at least to the top area. So at least 150% would be where I would see it. That's where I'm going to try to trigger in on that entry right there to ride that one back up. World Liberty Finance, WLFI. So when you see back here, I took and called out the order block we had to come back up to. We nailed that and been riding it down ever since. That was a beautiful one. That's the great thing about when you mark and you find those order blocks and you learn how to read them, how they can make you so much money. So what we do have is this one does have its order block up here. Right now we're creating a reversal candle is what it looks like on the daily. So if I wanted to try to trade this, I could trade it right here by giving it an entry at where we're at. And then the stop loss. Just at the bottom of it right there. Or just expecting it to be going up, not breaking back down below again. But my take profit would be right up here, about 71%. So you can go to the bottom of the daily wick, just past it, or give it just a little bit down below the previous daily wick there. Expect it up. Actually makes me want to take and put a trade on that as of right now. Let me see. Do I have one of those in? The there. Go ahead and drop that trade. Um, go there. And I was marking out 0939. Let's go ahead and move my stop loss there. Stop loss take profit. Nine three nine. So got it. All right, so I got a trade in on it. I'm ready to make some money on that. That AXL I was talking about, I'm up 270% on that one. Hondo is up 157%. XRP is up 80%. I mean, we're doing great. Zcash, that one looks like we hit, pulled back, continued up and hit again. We're going to see it pull back down. This one no longer valid. This one we pulled down and hit, reversed on that one, so that would have been a beautiful ride. Anybody that when I called that out for the entry up was a 75% profit. You could have took went all the way up to the 83% there, but just to the target area and reversing, beautiful profit. And then from there, going back down, you could have took and rode and made a little bit of money on it too. Didn't come all the way back down to our order block that we have here, which would be our next target. So let's get rid of that. Yeah, we are in the process of reversing and coming back. So we'll get rid of those. So my target would be here. That's 260.48. Down to 245. That would be the pullback area I'd be looking for. Just down past it here. So entering in there, heading for that profit area, you'd be looking at a 88% profit. But right now we're looking at the drop. So I'm looking at this current price down, for a short, at least 30%. SUI, USDT. We have came down in it, push back up, pull back out of it. That one is no longer valid. When we hit that one, we reversed off of it. So those was actually, let's see. That was a 10%. 10%, 12%. I mean, small but good. Those are done. So our next upside targets are up here. Right now we're creating what looks like a reversal candle. So I would still see us somewhere in I want to say right there. The stop just beyond that last little peak of the push up. Right here. That would be the first hit, but because we're getting ready for a good pump, what I'm looking at is I'm going to overexcite myself and extend on up. Looking for that 96% right there because I'm looking for the alt season takeoff. Move that on over here. There. All right. Solano. Or Solana, my bad. We've already hit those. We haven't hit. Yeah, we hit that one. We tapped it and pulled back. And these order blocks are just amazing. All right, so it's doing the same thing. It's getting ready for taking off on up. Would be like entering right in there, just down here, and take profit right there. So looking about a 49-50% profit right there on that one. Let me see how my Solano is doing. See. Oh, yeah. It's in profit. I like it. All right. So next up, CC, the Canton Network. This one is pushing back down again. We've had multiple times on this one. This one's just is wanting to come down. I'm still going to look at, an entry down here. Stop loss just past the order block. Or as take profit. I'm just going to take and give myself at least a 50%. I think we'll wind up pushing up higher than the high that we had there of the 19 cent. We'll get some new higher highs, but 50% profit on that would be beautiful anyways. That would be the target I'd be looking at, is pulling back, popping that, because the weekly still says it has more to downside it needs to go. That would be perfect for a reset below the red line for the weekly. Monthly hasn't produced enough data to show it, but yeah, that would be the target for that one. Polygon Ecosystems, POL USDT, is in the overbought. We got to get sold back down. So it's still trying to push itself up, but it's saying that it's just overworked on all the time frames here, pretty much. So this one, I would say short it. As I like to see 11% pullback on that one. That would be a perfect little reset on the daily for it. Weekly is good to go up more, but I believe we close out this week and push back down here for next week. before we wind up continuing upsides for it. So long term, yes, it's good, but I think this month is going to be mainly a month of everything's getting lined up and getting set up, whereas we kind of slowly push up to it. So that way, by next month, when we wind up breaking away from Bitcoin, more than likely, no guarantees on that, but the charts, they look like that's what that's lining up for, and that would be what we'll be looking at right there. And of course, monthly here. Yeah, monthly is definitely green. And everybody loves Pro. So let's see here. Crow is greenlit for the daily. It does need to go up higher. We're just sideways on this, but I would be looking to long this position. Stop loss down below that last drop there. And I would say, because we're in the green section now, I'd be looking at targeting around there, around that 10 cent, at 47% growth weekly. Greenlit says it's time for a continuation. We're going to close out this weekly candle. And the next week more than likely creates either a good pump up or it creates a reversal candle on the weekly. Meaning next week will be kind of sideways and stuff for it as it works its way and flips itself to the bullish side on the weekly some more. And then monthly, yeah, we're going to get that green light on the monthly too because it's creating the monthly reversal candle. So that does play out just right with Crow. So be looking for that. Pi. This one, I've been mining that stuff for years. Yeah, I don't know, man. We got more downside for Pi. We'd be looking at the lower order block area down here. So about right here for an entry area. For Pi, maybe there. Take profit. You're looking at a stop loss just below it there, right there. So that would be the long position. So as of right now, you'd be in a short position on Pi, and you'd be looking at about 21% to the downside. Do I have the ability to trade Pi? Let me see. No, that Now, for the rest of these coins, if you want these, if you ask in the Discord, I will do a private breakdown of the rest of these coins on a video for the Discord only. But we've broke down quite a few cryptos, giving you a bunch of calls on those and what we're looking at. But I'll give the full breakdown and of any of those, in more detail as well as give you screenshots of the charts and any of these that you would want, all inside the Discord. It don't cost that much to be a member of the Discord, but we've got a lot of benefits to offer. I'm going ahead and end this one here, and we will catch you in the Discord and possibly in the next video. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.